I thought it was normal. Yeah, because that's Islam. What did that say? How could you do this? He said that this is your husband and you should listen to him and your in-laws. How could you do this to your daughter, dude? How the hell did you do? So you couldn't say no. Did you wear a white dress? Were you happy? Yes, but I was scared. She's on TV. What were you afraid of at the age of 13? I was afraid of marriage. Poor girl, man. I have a 14-year-old, 12-year-old. I swear to you, only the Lord would stop me in his mercy from killing them or being killed. You come near my daughters, I'm taking you out by the power of Jesus Christ. Here's the link again. Hold on, now watch. Did you know what happens between a husband and a wife after their wedding? He's asking her. I was afraid of marriage. Look. Did you know what happens between a husband and his wife after the wedding? Poor girl. Who told you? The teacher taught me. See that? You got a teacher about sex. Which class? 6th grade. What did you learn? I learned about animals that come together to have babies. And how they grow. And that's how you knew what should happen that day? Man, this guy's shocked. Yes, look at the guy's reaction. And my family taught me. My mom and my cousin taught me. Did it happen that day or was it delayed? Poor girl. It was delayed a bit. Damn. You know what she's saying, right? She's admitting the man mounted her. And look. Did it happen that day or was it delayed? It was delayed a bit. Why? You did not want it? I didn't. I was very scared. Poor girl, man. How the hell did you touch this girl? And you started to suffer since? Did you prefer to stay with mom and dad? She goes, yes, look. She's crying. How do you do this to your daughter, man? May God damn you, you filthy father, you scum. Would you have preferred that they didn't marry you? How did you start your day in the morning routine? What did you start doing? In the morning, we wake up, we clean, we do the laundry and cook. A 12-year-old. You believe it? Then my husband comes, we serve him food, and my sister-in-law's husband too. And my uncle as well. After that, we do the laundry again. By that time, it's noon. We have to cook lunch, clean, and wash. Then we rest for a while. Poor girl, man. In the evening, we clean again. And by the end of the night, I have to be ready for my husband. Did you hear that? Are you forced to do all of this? I'm not a woman. A woman must do all this. You see the brainwashing? And at night, I have to be ready for my husband. Are you forced? Well, I'm a woman, and a woman has to do this. And if you didn't want to, the girl can't say no. Did you see it? The guy is shocked, man. Look at his face. He's like, what? Diary of a 13-year-old child? Look. What happens if she says no? What do they do to her? Look. They beat her. They beat her. Wait, hold on. What? Look. They beat her. They beat her. So in order not to be beaten, she has to say yes? Yes. And if she's beaten...
Can I say something?
Well, if you need attention, go ahead. I'm sorry, honey.
Actually, that's another huge thing that's...
Oh, goodness. Don't tell me. No, it's light beating. Don't there, honey. I'm about to throw myself out the window, honey.
No. One of my other sisters, she's not very, not into it all the time or in the mood. And her husband tells her that, the angels are cussing her all night because she denied her husband. And
yeah, that's in the hadiths. Yeah, I'm going to get there. Muhammad said that. The angels curse a woman who doesn't sleep with her husband. He's getting it from Muhammad. You didn't know that? That's from Muhammad? Honey, you didn't know that Muhammad taught it? That's in the hadiths?
It just didn't feel like something real.
But it's Islam. The hadiths say, Muhammad says, when a man beckons his wife to bed and she refuses, the angels curse her till morning. Yeah. All right, now let me finish it, honey, before I throw myself off the window. You don't want me to throw myself out the window, right?
No.
Because I'll beat myself with my shoes, my sandals. Anyway, you ready, honey? You ready for me to play it?
Yes.
Hi, amazing viewers. Welcome to Christianity over Islam with Shanshumon. And on today's amazing debate, female Muslim shocked after Christian exposed Muhammad and Allah's teachings on women. Let's watch this amazing video.
Okay, Sam. So this is my sister, and she's the one I contacted you earlier about. She had some questions. We were born into, obviously, a Muslim family, like I told you earlier, and there's been a lot of confusion. Our imams and sheikhs would teach us things that we find out now that they were fabricated, but she just had some things. Honey, if you feel comfortable enough, unmute your mic and go ahead and ask them questions, because I'm out of Islam fully. I definitely am a kafir, and I'm proud.
So you left Islam, Maryam, their sister, so she left Islam, but now what are you?
I have no identity right now. I left about 3 weeks ago live, but I have been reading the Gospel of John and Matthew, and I've read some to Hani, and she agreed with me that this sounds nothing like the Quran.
So you're still on a journey. So one thing, guys, you got to remember, it's not enough that we see Muslims leave Islam. That's good from a worldly perspective, but if we believe God is real, Jesus is Lord, He's alive, and there is life beyond death, then our duty is to see people give their life to the Lord Jesus Christ and fall in love with Him. May we follow the Lord. So just keep that in mind. So what's the questions?
Can you help me or guide me? It's not a question, but can you help me or guide me into why Christianity or why not Islam? I guess that's a good start.
Let's put Christianity aside for now. Just from a perspective that seeks to be neutral. If God exists and he is the source of purity and holiness and truth, how then do you expect that this God would legalize and sanction all this gross immorality, such as raping captive women, even married women, sanctioning pedophilia? Did you know Islam allows for men to marry prepubescent minors, even if they haven't gone past puberty and are still young? Did you know that?
That part, I learned that today. I had no idea before today about that.
I'll show it to you. Watch what it says here. And I'm going to show you that in Islam, women are property that men own, and men can plow into the way they want. You have no choice but to submit. Did you know this?
No.
It's in the Quran. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 223. Men can enter you and plow into you because you're their field that they own, and you don't have a say-so in the matter. I'm going to show you this. Islam, Q8, weird. Secondly, marrying a young girl before she reaches the age of adolescence is permitted in Sharia. Indeed, it was narrated that there was scholarly consensus on this point. Right there, you should throw up. Right there, you're told that in Islam, you can marry a girl who hasn't even reached adolescence.
For what reason? Like, what is the point of that?
Muhammad was a pervert who married a 9-year-old, so he becomes the example for others to follow, and it's in the Quran. That's the point. Muhammad, he's the point. Okay, now watch. Now, what do they quote to prove that Islam allows marrying girls who haven't reached the age of adolescence? Chapter 65, verse 4. Here. And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah. Now, do you know what an iddah is or no?
Yes. In fact, I'm divorced, and it was the worst process for a Muslim woman to go through. And I think that was the starting point where I started. I questioned a lot throughout childhood, and I went to an Islamic school my whole life. I mean, from first grade to the end of high school. And you're not really allowed to ask questions. And if there's a good question, they say Allah knows or Allah did that for a reason.
Allahu Alam.
Yeah.
Okay. So sadly, you're divorced, but thank God you're not with a Muslim. But you know what an iddah is right now. Since you experienced that and it was hell for you, may the Lord have mercy on you and bring both of you to the true God revealed in Jesus. We'll get there. There is no iddah if the man hasn't consummated marriage. So if you were engaged, but you didn't consummate marriage, he didn't take you and sleep with you, then you don't have a waiting period. That's chapter 33, verse 49. So now understand the context of this verse, and I'm going to give you Bukhari and all the scholars. They're all going to agree. This is the interpretation. No one denied it until modern times because of embarrassment. What if we have women who are menopause? They don't have their monthly courses, and we divorce them. How long should they wait? Count 3 months. But then they ask the other question. Well, what if we marry young minors who haven't even had their periods yet? They wait 3 months too. This is how sick their religion is here. And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, see, they're menopause. For them, the iddah, if you have doubt, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, why? They haven't had their, because they are still immature. Their iddah is 3 months. Chapter 65, verse 4 of the Quran.
Was that in the Quran?
Yes. Chapter 65, verse 4 of the Quran.
Wow.
Surah Al-Talaq.
I'm the one that gave the talaq, so it was horrible. I was trying to contact imams, Shiite scholars, even the Sharia Board of America, and nobody wanted to help me because I'm a woman trying to get a divorce.
So you had to give part of your mahar back, right?
Bro,
You didn't even do that?
he didn't even give me a penny. I had to forgive.
Dirty little baboon. All right,
Yeah.
but okay, so you divorced him. Okay, now let me show you what the scholars say, and I'm going to give you some more information. Then we can go from there and talk about Jesus. Up to you. Now watch here how disgusting this is. So who is the example that you can marry a young girl who hadn't reached puberty? Muhammad. This is a Muslim source. In this verse, we see that Allah has made the iddah in the case of divorce of a girl who does not have periods. Why? Because she is young and has not yet reached puberty. 3 months. This clearly indicates that Allah has made this a valid marriage with young girls, huh? Allah did it in the Quran. But who's the example? Now look at the example they give. This comes from Al-Bukhari and Muslim, the two Sahih. It was narrated.
I'm shaking right now. I never knew that.
You're shaking?
Yeah, that's really bad.
May God show you how filthy this religion is, and you're going to see how beautiful Jesus is.
Amen.
Now watch. It was narrated from Aisha that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. He consummated the marriage with her when she was 9, and she stayed with him for 9 years. Now here is how bad it gets. Not only did he marry her at 9, and she was playing with dolls. I'm going to show you she was playing with dolls. That's how young she was. But then he left her widow at 18, and the Quran says no one could marry any of his wives till they die. So he left this 18-year-old childless, without the possibility of ever marrying and have a family, and she lived for years later all the way into her 50s and 60s. I have the exact age. And this is what he did to her. And this is from Bukhari and Muslim. Now, I'll show you where it says she was playing with dolls, but let me first go through this. The Prophet married Aisha when she was 6 years old and consummated marriage when she was 9. Again, who? Al-Bukhari, Muslim. But Muslim says she was 7 when he did the marriage contract. Now, don't forget, though, these ages are based on lunar calendar. So in a lunar calendar, a 7-year-old may be, according to the solar calendar, as young as 6, a 6 as young as 5, because they're going by the lunar calendar, not the solar calendar. Keep that in mind. Now, look what it says. Look what the scholars say. Now, get ready to throw up and puke. The fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl does not mean that it is permissible to have intercourse with her. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have children, send them out of here. I'm being honest. Send them out of here. Rather, that should not be done until she's able for it. Now, ladies, you understand what this means or no?
Yes.
Okay, good, you understand. For those who don't, when you marry a girl who's young, maybe 6, 7, 8, you cannot penetrate unless she can handle it. If she can't, then you can do everything else but penetrate. But at 9, you can then penetrate her. That's what Islam teaches. Here it is. Rather, that should not be done unless she's able for it. For that reason, the Prophet, see again, he's the example, delayed the consummation of his marriage to Aisha. Because she was 6, she can handle a 51-year-old at that time. He was 51 to penetrate her. So he didn't. He waited till she was 9, and that's when he penetrated her. And Nawawi, who is the
I know that you don't want to hear about like the... So I talked about this with my friend today, and she said he waited until she wanted it.
No, he waited until she could handle it. That's what I just read to you. Nawawi, who's the commentator of Sahih Muslim, and Nawawi, look what he says. With regard to the wedding party of a young married girl at the time of consummating the marriage, if the husband and the guardian of the girl agree upon something that will not cause harm to the young girl, then that may be done, right? Okay. If they disagree, then Ahmed and Abu Ubayd say that once the girl reaches the age of 9, then the marriage may be consummated even without her consent. Did you hear that? Without her consent. But that does not apply in the case of who's younger. Now, understand again what this means. If a girl is younger than 9, then you cannot have the man consummate marriage because it'll harm her. If she can handle it, so be it. But once she's 9, it doesn't matter. Why? Because Aisha was 9 when Muhammad deflowered her. Okay, now, look at the scholars who say this. Malik. If you don't know about Sunni Islam, folks, you have 4 main schools of Islamic jurisprudence, madhahib. After Malik, the Maliki school, the Shafi school, Abu Hanifa, which is the Hanafi school, and then you have the Hanbali school, Ahmad ibn Hanbal. So these 3 scholars have schools named after them. Malik and Al-Shafi and Abu Hanifa said, the marriage may be consummated when the girl is able for intercourse, which varies from one girl to another. So no age limit can be set. This is the correct view. How sick are you to hear this?
Very sick.
You understand? There are Muslim countries where we have young girls who are going through this right now because they follow Muhammad and Sharia.
Yeah.
Like in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, even in Saudi Arabia, and there's nothing these girls can do about it. So watch here. There's nothing in the hadith of Aisha to set an age limit, or to forbid that in the case of a girl is able for it before the age of 9, or to allow in the case of a girl is not able for it and has reached the age of 9. Did you see it? If a girl's not 9, she can handle penetration by a grown man. Do it, enjoy it. But if not, you got to wait till 9. Al-Dawoodi said Aisha was reached, notice, physical maturity. She's not saying she was pubescent, meaning her body handled a 54-year-old from deflowering her. Now let me show you where it says that Aisha was playing with dolls. You ready? All you do is, sunnah.com, you put Aisha and you put dolls. That's it. Aisha dolls. Beautiful. Thank God for modern technology. That's why Islam's being destroyed, because of modern technology. And because people can watch this in the privacy of their own home, they're seeing this and millions are leaving Islam. Glory to the Lord Jesus Christ. Here, Aisha dolls. That's it. First one I clicked on. Let's see where it is. Sahih Bukhari, Volume 8, Book 73, Hadith 151. I used to play with dolls in the presence of the Prophet. And my girlfriends also used to play with me. This is how young she was. When Allah's messenger used to enter my dwelling place, they used to hide themselves. But the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. You see what a sick human being this guy is? When it was time for him to visit her in the home that he provided, to have sex with her, she would play with dolls and her friends would come and would hide. Say, no, come play with her. Come entertain her. And then when you go, then I'll mount her. Okay? Now, Islam forbids you to have images. So why was she allowed to have dolls with images on it? Here's why. They used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. The playing with dolls and similar images is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time. Why? As she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of puberty. And where they're getting this from? Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, the commentator of Fathul Bari, volume 13, page 143. See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
but wait.
I'm just speechless.
No, that's good. You need to be speechless. You need to leave this filth. But here again, she used to look how young she is. This comes from right here. Sunan Ibn Majah, Sahih, Sound, Volume 3, Book 9, Hadith 1982. It was narrated that Aisha said, I used to play with dolls when I was with the Messenger of Allah, and he used to bring my friends to me to play with me. A young girl that is so young, premature, she's playing with dolls with her young friends as Muhammad mounts her in her bed at night. Sahih Muslim. Sahih, right here. This is Sahih Muslim, Book 8, Hadith 3311. Just put in the search engine, Aisha dolls. Let's read. Aisha reported that Allah's apostle married her when she was 7 years old, and it meant to say she, it's a typo. She was taken to his house as a bride when she was 9, and her dolls were with her. And when he died, she was 18 years old. This is Islam. And that's why, because of him, 65 verse 4 says Muslim men can do it. And in case they want to lie to you, and here, let me make you more disgusted. Aisha, when the day they prepared her for marriage, it says she was playing on swings with her friends. That's how young she was. Here it is. Aisha was playing on swings. There you go. Here you go. What is this? Sahih, chain, Al-Albani, Book 42, Hadith 4917, Sunan Abu Dawud. And I'll show you that from Bukhari. When we came to Medina, right? The woman came to me when I was playing on the swing, and my hair were up to my ears. They brought me, prepared me, and decorated me. Then they brought me to the Messenger of Allah, and he took up cohabitation with me when I was 9. Here's a girl playing with swings. Here's a girl playing with dolls. And this 54-year-old takes her into his house and deflowers her. Okay? But let me show you some of those. Here you go. Let's go to Bukhari. Because, they like Bukhari. Auzu billah, auzu billah. Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 58, Hadith 234. Narrate Aisha, the Prophet engaged me when I was a girl of 6 years. We went to Medina and stayed at the home of Bani al-Harith bin Khazraj. Then I got ill. Look how young she is. She's a precocious girl, and my hair fell down. She even lost her hair. Later on, my hair grew again, and my mother, Ruman, came to me while I was playing in a swing with some of my girlfriends. What was she doing, honey?
Playing on the swing.
Okay, now watch. She called me, and I went to her, not knowing what she wanted to do with me. She caught me by the hand and made me stand at the door of the house. I was breathless then. And when my breathing became all right, she took some water and rubbed my face and head with it. Then she took me into the house. There in the house, I saw some Ansari women, meaning some women from Medina, who said, best wishes and Allah's blessing and a good luck. What sick people. Then she entrusted me to them, and they prepared me for marriage. Unexpectedly, Allah's apostle came to me in the forenoon. My mother handed me over to him, and at that time, I was a girl of 9 years old. See that? Now let me show you a video that Rash sent me. I don't know if he's here. I'm going to send you something to show you this is happening to this day. Sorry, let me show you. And I'm going to show you a few more. And then if you want to talk more about why it's filthy and how the Quran says if you're in jihad, you can take married women and rape them. That's in the Quran and the Sunnah. Show you that today. But I want to just get this video. A brother sent me this video. I want you guys to be heartbroken. Watch here. She's not even 9. And look how young she is. Okay, let me find Rash. Here it goes. He sent it to me. Rash, if you're here, thank you, brother. Even though when you come and ask me questions, I like to block you. All right, here you go. All right, here. Now watch here. Guys, get ready to be heartbroken. I swear this is going to break your heart. And I'm going to give you guys the link. All right, here it is. Okay. Let me enlarge it. Watch here. I'm going to send it to you. Look at this young girl. Here it is. Here's the link, guys. Here it is. This is the link. And I'm going to send it to you in private. This is not theory. The Muslims are doing it till this day. Till this day, it's happening. Look at this young girl. 13-year-old Wiyam, a Muslim girl, married to 29-year-old Muhammad. And his name is Muhammad. Tearfully says, the girl can't say no. It's against our culture. Muhammad smiles and says, it's love at first sight, which leads him to marry her. He wants to raise her himself. See what a filthy bastard? Here, watch.
Yeah, my ex said that he would marry like a 12-year-old once I liked him.
Your ex, you see? Because he's a dirty dog.
Yeah, and he's 40.
Listen to what's going to happen. She's crying. Now it says, what annoys you the most? That I didn't finish my studies. Okay, can you see the subtitles, guys? If not, let me enlarge it. She goes, I didn't finish my studies. Let me enlarge it so you can see it. Okay, watch. Look at her, angel. Poor girl, man. How the hell do you lust for a woman like this? So, what's the hardest thing you're going through? Being married at this age. Did you hear it? Being married at this age. See it?
But they say, but in the Quran it says,
mute yourself, sister. A lot of snack bar. Mute. A lot of snack bar. Let's watch this verse. A lot of snack bar. A lot of snack bar. You and your mic. Oh my goodness. A lot of snack bar. Here. Why didn't you tell Dad no? I didn't know marriage was like this. Poor girl. I was happy at first. I thought it was normal. Yeah, because that's Islam. What did Dad say? How could you do this? He said that this is your husband and you should listen to him and your in-laws. How could you do this to your daughter, dude? How the hell did you do? So you couldn't say no. Did you wear a white dress? Were you happy? Yes, but I was scared. She's on TV. What were you afraid of at the age of 13? I was afraid of marriage. Poor girl, man. I have a 14-year-old, 12-year-old. I swear to you, only the Lord would stop me in his mercy from killing them or being killed. You come near my daughters, I'm taking you out by the power of Jesus Christ. Here's the link again. Hold on, now watch. Did you know what happens between a husband and a wife after their wedding? He's asking her. I was afraid of marriage. Look. Did you know what happens between a husband and one's wife after the wedding? Poor girl. Who told you? The teacher taught me. See there, you got a teacher about sex. Which class? 6th grade. What did you learn? I learned about animals that come together to have babies and how they grow. And that's how you knew what should happen that day? Man, this guy's shocked. Yes, look at the guy's reaction. And my family taught me. My mom and my cousin taught me. Did it happen that day or was it delayed? Poor girl. It was delayed a bit. Damn. You know what she's saying, right? She's admitting the man mounted her. And look. Did it happen that day or was it delayed? It was delayed a bit. Why? You did not want it? I didn't. I was very scared. Poor girl, man. How the hell did you touch this girl? And you started to suffer since? Did you prefer to stay with mom and dad? She goes, yes, look. She's crying. How do you do this to your daughter, man? May God damn you, you filthy father, you scum. Would you have preferred that they didn't marry you? How did you start your day in the morning routine? What did you start doing? In the morning, we wake up, we clean, we do the laundry and cook at 12-year-old. You believe it? Then my husband comes, we serve him food, and my sister-in-law's husband too. And my uncle as well. After that, we do the laundry again. By that time, it's noon. We have to cook lunch, clean, and wash. Then we rest for a while. Poor girl, man. In the evening, we clean again. And by the end of the night, I have to be ready for my husband. Did you hear that? Are you forced to do all of this? I'm not a woman. A woman must do all this. You see the brainwashing? And at night, I have to be ready for my husband. Are you forced? Well, I'm a woman, and a woman has to do this. And if you didn't want to, the girl can't say no. Did you see it? The guy is shocked, man. Look at his face. He's like, what? Diary of a 13-year-old child? Look. What happens if she says no? What do they do to her? Look. They beat her. They beat her. Wait, hold on. What? Look. They beat her. They beat her. So in order not to be beaten, she has to say yes? Yes. And if she's beaten...
Can I say something?
Well, if you need attention, go. I'm sorry, honey.
Actually, that's another huge thing that's.
Oh, goodness. Don't tell me. No, it's light beating. Don't there, honey. I'm about to throw myself out the window, honey.
No. One of my other sisters, she's not very, not into it all the time or in the mood. And her husband tells her that the angels are cussing her all night because she denied her husband. And
yeah, that's in the hadiths. Yeah, I'm gonna get there. Muhammad said that. The angels curse a woman who doesn't sleep with her husband. He's getting it from Muhammad. You didn't know that? That's from Muhammad? Honey, you didn't know that Muhammad taught it? That's in the hadiths?
It just didn't feel like something real.
But it's Islam. The hadiths say, Muhammad says, when a man beckons his wife to bed and she refuses, the angels curse her till morning. Yeah. All right, now let me finish it, honey, before I throw myself out the window. You don't want me to throw myself out the window, right?
No.
Because I'll beat myself with my shoes, my sandals. Anyway, you ready, honey? You ready for me to play it?
Yes.
Okay, watch how disgusting it gets. Mary, you've been very good, Mary. You haven't said much. I know you're itching to say something, but it's okay, sister. Because if she has an education, she can work and won't need to rely on her husband. Yes, see? That's why I don't educate her. What's your husband's name? Now look at this filthy bastard. His name is Muhammad, like my dad, named Muhammad. Did you love him before getting married? I didn't know him. You didn't know him? No. When did you see him for the first time? When they proposed to me? Hold on, let me shut down this guy because the demons are manifesting. Muhammad's dogs are manifesting. Hold on, 1 second, guys. A'udhu billahi Muhammad rajim. A'udhu billahi Muhammad rajim. All right. So the first time you saw him was on the engagement day? Yes. What was your reaction when you saw him? Look. At first, I was just scared and confused. You hear that? Ladies, were you able to change your mind? No. There's this bastard. Look at this demon. This ugly looking, filthy gorilla. He's got ears like Dumbo. This ugly, filthy demon. This satanic bastard. Look at him, guys. Why did you marry her? To build a family. And I took her in to raise her myself. And he's smiling. Excuse me? I took her young to raise her myself. What does it mean to raise her yourself? This way we get to understand each other. Tell me, how do you raise your wife? We understand each other while we're young. What do you expect from us as your wife? Stupid. You should listen to what I say. Like what? What do you want as a husband? What do you exactly need? Whatever I say, she should listen. Like what? To wash, clean, do all the chores. Right? Prepare warm water for me to serve my family. And he's smiling, this ugly bastard. To serve family? Why are you preparing hot water for yourself? Why aren't you doing it? I prepare it if I want to. I'm smiling. Then why don't you? Why do you ask that of her? Because she's my wife. There you go. So when I tell you these commands of the Quran are not theory, they're not theory. When I tell you, you better be crying and your heart break for Muslim women and children. This is Muhammad. He's worse than Hitler. You must hate him like you hate Satan, because there are actually young girls who are being violated in the name of Muhammad and his God. Right now as we speak, you gotta hate this religion, guys. You can't justify this. Now, did you see it? Sister Hanny, now you can ask me what you want, or if you want me to show you now 65 for what the scholars say about it.
Yeah, that's. I know it's so bad.
Yeah, I'm going to give you an article in case your friend said, oh no, it's quoting all the scholars on 65 verse 4. Okay, guys, save that link. I sent it to you. And those of you come watching later, when the comments replay, you'll see the link there. All right, let me show you something else. I wrote an article here because I got sick of the Muslims lying. No, man, 65-4 doesn't mean that, man. What are you talking about, man? Oh, man, why like this? You see how innocent that guy was? Yeah, right. All right, 1 second. Let me find it. Let me enlarge it. And you're going to get disgusted about 65 verse 4. All right, commentary on the Quran. Here it is. And then if you want to talk about how the Quran allows the jihadis in Afghanistan, the Taliban, or Nigeria, Boko Haram, or in Syria, when they do jihad, to take women, even married women, and rape them and sell them, I can show you that as well. It's happening. It's not a theory. It's not past. It's now. So here it is. Here it again. Here it is. Here's the article. I'm going to send it to you in private chat. You see why the Muslims hate us? Because we're showing how filthy this religion is. Pray that God gives us many years to obliterate Islam for the glory of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Now, here is the verse. We give you multiple translations, and then those who try to sugarcoat it, and then the Muslim scholars. So here you go, 65-4. Watch. And for those who have not yet menstruated, and that also applies to those who have not yet menstruated, their iddah, as well as of those who have not yet menstruated, and of those too who have not had their courses. Why? And for those who have no courses, they are still immature. Okay? Now, some translations try to soften it, but we show why they're lying. Now watch, all right? What we're going to show you here. Notice Bukhari, in explaining this verse, Surah Al-Talaq, 65-4, an example of young girls who were married, who hadn't had their periods. What does Bukhari give as an example? Those who have not yet menstruated, right? All right. What is the example given? Aisha. A man giving his young children in marriage. By the words of Allah, that also applies to those who have not yet menstruated. And he made the iddah of a girl before puberty 3 months. And who's the example? Aisha. Here, right here. It is related from Aisha that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old, consequently when she was 9, and she was his wife for 9 years. There you go. All right, now, watch here. Here are the Muslim scholars. Are you ready? I'm not going to read all of them, because you can go read all of them. I'm just give you the greatest scholars of Sunni Islam. Here is Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, in his commentary on Fath al-Bari, and what does he say about the ayah, 65 verse 4? And those who haven't menstruated yet, here's this explanation. He made the waiting period 3 months for those who haven't menstruated yet. Why? Which indicates that giving her into marriage before puberty is permissible. Damn. All right, what about Tafsir ibn Kathir? Tafsir ibn Kathir, watch here. Allah clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause. And that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her old age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah, right? Chapter 2, verse 228. Now watch here. The same for the young who have not yet reached the years of menstruation. Okay. I'm just going to read the bold parts where it says that this verse refers to girls who are premature, haven't had their periods, who can be married, and you can have sex with them. And also for those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. Who said that? The two Jalals, Tafsir al-Jalalain. Here's a commentary attributed to Ibn Abbas, Muhammad's cousin. Tanwir al-Mitbas min Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Here, they're asking Muhammad the question. What about the waiting period of those who do not have menstruation because they are too young? Along with those who have it not because of young age, their waiting period is 3 months. All right. What about Asbab al-Nuzul by Al-Wahdi? Okay, what does he say? What is the waiting period of the woman who does not menstruate and the woman who is not menstruated yet? Well, look what he says. He said, those who are too young, such that they have not started menstruating yet. That includes them as well. All right. Tafsir Kabir by Al-Razi. And those who have not menstruated yet. What does that refer to? All right. A man stood and asked, O Messenger of Allah, what is the period of the young girl who has not menstruated yet menstruated? The young girl. And he says, 3 months. Oh, you still not convinced? Tafsir al-Qurtubi. And those who have not menstruated, meaning the young girl.
Okay, you can
The word-
stop.
What?
I get it. I can't hear anymore.
Okay, good. I'm glad. But you got the article to silence your friend who's going to lie to you, right?
Yeah.
You're disgusted from the pit of your stomach?
Yeah. I have a headache from how bad this is.
Good. We want you to leave. What's up, apostate prophet, homie? Homie, don't play that. This guy is also a former Muslim who works with David Wood.
Oh
Don't
my
mind-
God, he's my favorite.
Hey, don't say,
After-
oh my God, sister.
after you.
Not just your God. He's all our God.
Oh, sorry. After you, of course.
All right. Now, you see that apostate
Rudy.
Maryam left Islam and Hani's leaving Islam. Apostate prophet, I know I'm too wild for your taste. Tell Dizzle meeting, if I come on your channel, get 5,000 because I'm better than you. And don't mind that they're ugly as sin. They still do great work. All right. Now, are you ready? Do you want me to now show you where Islam allows that jihadis who take women captive, who are married, can rape them and send them off?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad, man. You are a warrior. You're a glutton for pain. Shooting at the walls of heartache. I am the warrior. The warrior. Okay. I have a lot of articles on this. When you go to my channel, answeringislamblog.wordpress.com, you put S:4:24 on rape, and the articles come up. But I'm going to give you a few. So here it is. It comes up, and I'm going to show you. Then we're going to go to the Muslim website itself. Shooting at the walls. Guys, you see it? He's one of my mods, but I'm not one of his mods. What a hater this guy is. My goodness, dude. All right, anyway. So let's open up the first article. Here you go. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. I am a warrior. Now watch here. You ready? Chapter 4, verse 24. It's telling you who you cannot have sex with. You ready? Hani, I know Maryam's ready because she's excited. She's like, giddy, yay! But Hani, are you ready? Let me know so I can read.
Very uncomfortable and unready, but ready.
Okay, you got to have these sources. So your friend says, oh, this is lie. This is da'if. This is mawdu'a. Okay, what does the Quran say? You are forbidden to have intercourse with married women already married, except what? Except what, Hani? What does it say?
I've been unable to read now.
Okay, I'll read it for you.
Yeah, I can't read.
Forbidden for me to have sex with as a married woman, except those captives whom your right hands possess. Now, lest they think we're lying, here's the historical context of the verse. Sahih Muslim, right here. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Abu Sayyid al-Khudri reported at the Battle of Hunayn, Allah's messenger sent an army to Autas and encountered the enemy and fought with them. Having overcome them and taken them captives, the companions of Allah's messenger seemed to refrain from having intercourse with captive women because their husbands being polytheists. So they took women captive, the husbands still lied. They didn't want to have intercourse. Guess what Muhammad said? He sent down this verse. Don't worry about it. Then Allah sent down regarding that, and women already married, except those whom your right hands possess, i.e., they are lawful for them when their iddah period came to an end. So just make sure they're not pregnant, have sex with them, and then you can sell them off. What? And what is this? Sahih Muslim. Sahih, it's not da'if, mawdu'a. Book 8, Hadith 34-32. You understand? As we speak right now, Boko Haram in Nigeria attacks Christian villages, murders Christian pastors, burn churches and take Christian girls and Christian women and Christian men and then rape them and sell them off. It's happening right now. It's not a theory. They're doing it in Afghanistan. They're doing it in Syria. They're doing it in Iraq. That's what Al-Qaeda did to the Yazidis. That's what they were doing to others. This is why you have to hate Islam as much as you hate Satan, hate Muhammad as much as you hate Satan, because Muhammad is worse than Hitler. Hitler died, but Muhammad's ideology continues till this day.
Welcome back. Hope you've learned from this amazing video. Please do it to like, subscribe, hit on the notification button so that each time we drop our amazing videos you'll be notified, and do it to write in the comment section whatever thing you've learned from this amazing video. Now, as you can see in this video, this lady says she has left Islam and she divorced her husband which an Islam because of the things she literally learned of recent about the Quran. So Shashimon began to school her about this Quran thing she don't know about. That did she know that her Muhammad got married to Aisha at the age of 6 years and have consummations her and have sex with her when she was 9 years old, because that was when she was due for penetration. Now look at what happened. Sanchimon give a short story. How can a man have a 6 years old child, have it to himself, and wait for that child to be up to 6 years and even have penetration with her? Isn't this a painful part? Because he believed at that age of 9 she will be able to bear the penetration. So is this a rightful religion that you think you can follow? And which Sanchimon goes on and show them where it was said that women don't have value in the Islam. This is the main reason a man can get married to up to 6 or 7 women. Which Sanchimon now made them understand that women are not one of the good criteria in the Islam, because they say in Islam all women will be plenty more in hell than men. So, and a man can get married to an Islam woman and return her to the parents because he don't want to marry her again. And she came to find out that the prophet left Aisha at the age of 18 years. Now Aisha was barren, no child. She did not marry anyone till she died, because she had already gotten married to the prophet Muhammad. Because anyone who married the prophet Muhammad would not be able to get married to that woman again. So it needs an heartbreak to this woman, leaving a lady from the age of 18 years old till her menopause, till she left this earth. She did not get married to anyone. She did not even enjoy her relationship life. So these are painfuls about women. So you can see this religion don't even value women. And you can see in the religion to say that men has the right to beat ladies, because ladies are demons and they can distract them, not so that Allah will not answer their prayers, because if their wife is there. So you can see most times you can observe where during their prayer times, ladies are not that much while praying. It's men that are more plenty in their prayer meeting. So thanks for watching this amazing video. Hope to see you in our next video, and please don't miss our next debate.